Hey, what's up, guys? So I just finished doing my unboxing from my swag pack from Rogue Discs. I got my jersey, my hat, my stickers, and my patches in there. I'm gonna go hit the course right now. There's a local course called Emerald Park, wide open grassy course, and with a river or a little pond lake in the middle, which adds a little bit of hazard on a couple holes. But I'm gonna go do a one disc challenge. When I get there, I'll introduce the disc and have some fun. Thanks, guys. You guys, I just put on my jersey. Rogue Disc Ninja. I can't see it, but maybe y'all can in the back. Got the name on it. Anyways, I'm gonna go hit the course with my new jersey. See how it feels. I'm excited to be a sponsored player this season. I realize I'm throwing hole 3 right now, and I realize I don't think I had my microphone turned on. So you probably missed my whole intro and everything. All right, so I'll give you the quick intro. I'm over at Emerald Park in Mesa. This park is a pretty basic course. Very minimal trees. Just about every shot is wide open, just on grass. There's that little lake in the middle, which comes into play on just a couple holes. There's a big concrete, I don't know what you call that, runoff area, water runoff area that you got to throw over on a couple holes. So those make it a little bit difficult, but otherwise it's wide open. I came out here. I'm doing a one disc challenge, and I chose the Axiom Crave. It's in the one that I'm throwing today. I actually have a lot of these. I've thrown them in different plastic, the Proton and the Neutron. This one's the Sarah Hokom Neutron plastic. I've got this one in 161 grams, and I love this disc. This has a 6.5 speed, has a 5 glide, has a -1 turn, and then a 1 fade. So it's a very straight flying disc. I don't have a big arm speed, and so this is the kind of disc that I really like because I can actually do what the disc is meant to do, which I love. A lot of times people will buy discs that are the higher speed disc, and it's way over their skill set anyways, and it just becomes more overstable than they need because discs will just want to fade out. For me, I don't bag anything over 11 speed, and this one is one of the lower speed fairway drivers that I bag. And seriously, I love it. Like this throw just now from the tee box down there. Basket's right there. I landed right here. I threw this disc straight. I meant to throw it up on a Hyzer, and I didn't get my good Hyzer line, and so it literally released flat and flew flat. One of the things I was saying about it is that I love this type of disc. This Crave is fantastic because it does what you want it to do. It does what you make it do. Let's put it that way. If you mess up, it shows your mistakes so you can see how you do it. It doesn't just fade out. It doesn't just fade out like an overstable disc would. This thing will turn right if you actually put it on an anhyzer. If you put it straight level, it'll fly level. If you put it on a Hyzer, it'll fade out with the Hyzer. So I really do love this disc. Anyway, so I don't think I got audio on the first couple for you. Maybe I'll record over that when I walk you through those. But from here on out, I think I got my microphone turned on. So I think my light's blinking on there. So we should be able to be good. But I'm going to play this course out with just this one disc, and you guys can see how it flies. Bought this on roguedisc.com, and I freaking love this disc, among many others. So I'll be showing you guys some more reviews of those later. But for now, let's keep going with this Crave. Oh, I am going to keep putting with my Proxy, though. Of course, my drives are off the tee, and everything else is going to be with the Crave, but I don't want to mess up my putting. So I'm going to keep putting with my Proxy. And as you see right there, I do have a little bit of a putting game. So because I have a little bit of a putting game, I'm not trying to mess that up. I work hard to get where I'm at. I'm not that far along, but I still worked hard to get where I'm at. So I'll putt with my Proxy, but keep throwing this Crave. I love the Crave. Next hole, hole 4. They just put some new baskets in, so there's actually some shorter options now. 198 feet just past the concrete there, or up on the back side of the drainage, there's 315, or no, that's 309 feet, or up higher on the hill is B position 315. I'm going to throw up to the B position just because it's the one that I that has been here the longest, the most, and I like it. Doesn't mean I'm good at it, but I like it. So that's what I'm going to do. Again, Neutron Crave, 161 grams. Try to flex this a little bit, so put it on an ante so I can get a full flight. Nope. Like I said, this disc shows your mistakes, which I really like. It also has a -1 turn on it, so anybody with higher arm speed, that would be a bad idea to Hyzer that if you wanted it to come out. Normally my speed is good enough to get it to come out, but this time it just kept hold on that Hyzer line, which put me closer to the wrong basket. All right. I've actually never thrown to this basket on purpose. See this? One of the holes is coming back from that corner of the park, coming back over this. I've only made it past this a couple times. I don't know why, it's all in my head, I guess. I can throw that far, but I just struggle with it. See how we do today with the Crave. But so there's my disc, there's the basket position. I'm gonna putt this. Way too high. Okay. Oh no, I'm getting a roll. You see that? Worst case scenario. All the way down. That sucked. Maybe I should have just done a regular backhand approach. It's further outside of my putting range, so maybe I should have. Oh well. And I'm gonna putt uphill. Left. It's okay. It's okay. Hopefully you guys could see on that last drive. I released it on an ante, and I did that on purpose, but because of that, it stayed ante. So if you're going to put any kind of significant torque on that or rip on that, just know that this disc is probably not going to fight back. So stay level. You can get it to turn over before it fades out. I got to trust the flight numbers sometimes. All right. So this one is actually a really fun hole. They put new basket positions again. The one I throw to usually is in the B position, so 288 feet. You got a straight ahead position, which is new. I don't usually do that. There's one down by, not this first tree, but the second tree. There's one down there. The basket that I go to is kind of on a little circular block out there. Gives you a nice Hyzer line. It's nice to work on just those good Hyzer throws. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see where the disc lands, but it's okay. I do want you to see how it flies. I'll put this on a Hyzer, carry it past the tree, and see how close I can park it. Okay. Could have thrown that higher and it would have hyzered out more, but I kept it low and basically threw it dark. At the very end, it did start to fade out a little bit. Got somebody clapping for me. That's funny. Anyway, it started to fade out a little bit at the end, but not as much as I wanted because I didn't put it on that much of a Hyzer line. This Crave is considered an understable disc or neutral disc. That -1 turn and then the 1 fade. So you can see as I'm walking up, there was that basket that was straight ahead. But coming over here is where the basket I was going towards. Oh, looks like that other basket's not here, but there's a spot for it. But the one up there is where I was going. I came up pretty straight, and it barely started to fade at the end. Left me with a 20-foot putt, 25 foot, which I'm happy about because, again, that to me, the Crave is doing its job, which I love. All right, let's see if I can put this in. He does it. Yeah. Cool. Next tee pad is up here. So it gives you a little fence to keep you from swinging far. This one's a little tricky. I like it though. It's got a little narrow straight on opening. A lot of people will Hyzer something stable so that it flexes out and drops down in the basket between the trees. There's a basket past the trees and one in between the trees. I'm going for the one in between. Some people will forehand and have it just fade back in that way, and then some people go straight on. With the Crave, honestly, I'm going straight on. So let's see how this looks. So you guys can see it. It's hard to tell. I don't want to stand and stare at the front of the phone camera every time just to make sure it's all lined up. So hopefully it's good for you. Okay, that went about as good as I wanted. So let's see how it ends up. Good. A little short. Hopefully you guys see in that flight. Dude's clapping for me again back there. That's hilarious. Really, that means he's probably making fun of me. Because who am I to be on camera, right? I'm a nobody. It's not true. I'm a rogue disc ninja. I'm a rogue disc ninja, baby. So anyways, yeah, so my flight, you saw it come through those trees. Hung pretty straight the whole dang time until before that tree, it finally faded out a little bit. But yeah, I mean, if I would have put a tiny bit more oomph on it, get it maybe 15 feet further even, and have a different outcome. A little bit better putt too. I got some overhang trees here. It may or may not be in my way. We'll see. Might be okay actually. Ah, yeah, they're in the way. Like a dead branch hanging down low. Pretty sure on. So I'm gonna putt. Little Hyzer, hopefully get it in there. We'll see what happens. Too high. See, if I would have pushed that a little bit farther, it would have come up this way. Had a wide open putt. But again, not the disc's fall. I actually really love how that disc flies. And love the way it works for me. Definitely a staple in my bag. If you're not like a high power thrower, there's other discs. For example, there's other discs like so. Axiom came out with a mid-range at Hex, and it's basically just a speed and a half lower. It's a 5-speed, but same flight numbers just about. The River by Latitude 64 is a -1.1, but it's a 7-speed. This one, 6.5 speed, -1.1. I freaking love it. This basket is just about in line with that palm tree up there, but it's over the hill. It's basically blind. Kind of nervous about this one because if I don't flex it enough, it can fade out towards the lake. Good thing is there's somebody raking right now and he might be able to get it out for me. But I'm going to put this on an ante, see if I can get it around the crest of the hill. Beautiful. That'll work. So, as you can tell too, I don't have a huge arm speed, although I didn't rip it as hard as I could because this wasn't too far, but threw it on an ante. It held the line for most of it, and then at the very end, faded out. I'm probably circle one. We'll see how it is when I get there, but here's the line. So over the crest of the hill, there you can see the basket up there. This is a Mando pole. You got to stay left of, so you don't, hyzer it around there. Backhand turnover shots or forehand is the way to play this one. And here I am, probably just outside the circle. See what my proxy can do for me here. Ooh, off the top. That's a bummer. It's not what my proxy can do for me, it's what I can do with my proxy. All right, let's see if I gotta get the comebacker, right? Whew, snuck that in. You always gotta get the comebacker. Dude, I'm telling you, Sarah Hokom, team MVP, Axiom Crave. So I've got this disc in heavier weights. I think this 161 might be the lightest one. It's pretty light, lightest one that I have, but get them to fly just a little bit different. Of course, different weights. This basket, as you can see, is literally straight ahead, and it's marked at 300 feet. I don't normally throw this far, so it's out of my range, but let's see what we can do here. Released it pretty level. As you can see, it's maybe a slight ante. As you can see, it carried that with a little bit of that ante line, tiny bit of ante line, and then faded out at the end. And again, with my it's a 6.5 speed. You know, most people with a ton of arm speed could rip on this and have it just turn over too much. But for me, maybe a 300 footer would be ideal with this disc. Also, just so you guys know, like I said, I've been playing for about a year and a half. I don't have a ton of power. I'm a rec player. I played in 8 tournaments this year, and in Arizona I played 4. In Idaho I played 3, and in Missouri I played 1. Family in Idaho, family in Missouri, which is why I went and did those with them. In the Missouri tournament, all damn day, I was able to win that tournament, which is really cool. And then the Idaho tournament, didn't play as good. There's a lot of good players up there. And then down here in Arizona, I've been able to podium a few times. Oh yeah, baby. That's probably 50, 60 feet. Been able to podium a few times. So I'm a rec player that's probably just about ready to move up to intermediate. I've been able to podium half of my tournaments, so 4 out of 8, which is awesome. It's nice doing that. I'm not excited for the idea of going up to intermediate, where I'm going to go back at the bottom of the list, but I think I'm almost at that point. So anyways, just so you guys know where I'm at. I'm 877 rated now. Started out, I think, at high 700s or low 800s at the beginning of the year when I signed up and started playing tournaments. So definitely not a pro, but I think I'm beyond being able to say I'm a beginner as well. So again, keep that in mind when you're seeing me throw this Crave. Love this disc. I got somebody up there right now. See what he's doing. I think he's just testing discs. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw. Again, this is far. This one's 357. The basket to the right of the tree, all the way down up into the left. So I'm gonna throw this as level as I can, and hopefully I'll get a little turn and then fade out of it. Might have released with a slight hyzer. Seems like on the flight it did a little hyzer flip, which is cool. Hyzer flips are the bomb. It's the way to play. I mean, you see pros, maybe with power, they've got to throw overstable discs just so they can get it to fly straight, and they do that with a hyzer flip. So anyway, here's the shorter pad. You can see the other pad back there, shorter pad. I'll fly over the picnic basket. The worst is when you've got people sitting at this picnic table, basket, the table. Because then you're like, hello. And then like, oh, sorry. And they get up and run away. I'm like, no, I wasn't trying to get you to leave. I was just letting you know it's coming. So heads up. So this isn't too bad of a drive. I'm happy with it. Close to 300. Remember, to the basket up there is 358, and I'm equally in line with this sign, but so I'm probably close to 300. I'm probably about 50, 60 feet out right now. So again, putting time. Let's see what I can do with this Proxy. Toss that up with an Hyzer so that it can carry and then level out. It did just fine, but I missed, of course. Happened. Okay, so that's the front nine. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Again, that's with the using just the one disc off the tee, the Neutron Crave, Sarah Hokom, 161 grams. I love this disc. It's definitely a staple in my bag. I've switched, honestly. I've alternated between this and Latitude 64 River. Not sure which one I like more. I feel like I like this one more. I just went to the River thinking maybe a little higher speed disc will get me further. Not sure that I've noticed a difference though. Love this disc, but it's in my bag now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one disc review. Check it out. It's available at roguediscs.com. Sometimes MVP and Axiom got super popular this year, of course, because of James Conrad winning worlds and having amazing shots. Now everybody's building bags. I built my own MVP, all MVP bag. I'm one of those guys, those fanboys. Actually, mine's OCD. I get it in me. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna build a bag with all blue discs, or I'm gonna build a bag with all pink, or I'm gonna build a bag that's all Innova or all MVP. And I did an MVP bag, so I have a ton of discs that I love. I always shop on roguediscs.com, among others as well, but Rogue Discs is fantastic. Use the link in my bio. Give me that credit for bringing you to them. I would appreciate that. And of course, Rogue Discs wants the business, and being sponsored by them, happy to help push that business to them. One disc challenge, Crave, well, with an asterisk. I'm putting with my Proxy. Hope you guys enjoyed this front nine. I'm going to do the back nine and show that to you guys another time. Thanks, guys. Peace.